Welcome back to my Mouse Psychic run for Silver, though we're still not far enough in the game to get to the Psychic Pokemon just yet. But we'll get there. Probably for episode 4, to be honest. Today's episode is just going to get into Violet City, then episode 3 will be dealing with Faulkner and then picking up Unknown, or at least unlocking them. Then I can go around, catching them at my own pace, because I'm going to have to train them in order to go down that one route, guaranteed. Hidden Powers just isn't a very good move. And yeah, after I got done recording the Gold episode, I went downstairs and threw my pasta in the water. So yeah, that's cooking right now while I fight my way through this route. I probably won't pick up Onyx for this one though. I can't really use it long term, and it's gonna disobey me by the time it's strong enough to actually deal with Faulkner anyway. Which means it'd be pretty much useless. I'll pretty much just get Bird Killer here up to level 11 for Rock Throw or whatever, and then probably just smash him to pieces. It's the most sensible plan I really have, honestly, to deal with him. I might pick up that one guy's phone number, though, I'm not sure. The guy with the Carapace and the Weedle, because you actually can have him call you for matches. So if I'm spending a lot of time early on around here grinding, I might get a phone call for a battle, and Pokemon that are trainers Pokemon give you more experience. Not much more, but some. It wouldn't exactly be a hard battle to deal with. So there is that to consider. Unlike, say, Anthony, who might be a royal pain in the butt to deal with on, pretty much any of these runs early on, maybe. I mean, with the Rock team, you have to worry about Machop beating you into submission. And you're probably not going to have a good counter for Geodude unless you're like level 16. You can drop Magnitude on it. Which means you'd have to be way over-leveled by the time you get to him to actually have a good way of dealing with Geodude besides slowly kneeling away on with Tackle Attack. Which isn't really preferable in my opinion. Suppose if I level up the Onyx, it could pick up like Screech or something early on maybe. But I think you have to get a higher level to use that. Yeah, that's not a surprise, is it? Can't be the only trainer that uses this route, right? Because if I do, that's a bit odd. I'd suspect there'd be a lot more trainers out here. And this is early on, so you expect there'd be a lot more people going to Professor Elm for their first Pokemon. And then coming back this way, and they deal with all these trainers themselves. Then again, the anime rarely seems to focus on trainer battles themselves anyway, unless they're like connected to like a gym battle or something. Don't get me wrong, there's been a few episodes with trainer battles, but they seem far in between usually. Usually it's the shenanigans Team Rocket gets up to rather than, a serious trainer battle. It'd be sort of nice to see Ash do that a bit more, though maybe that happens now more in the anime. I haven't watched it really since the early seasons. Like Orange Island is about where I stopped. Where we got to see Cheating Dragonite that knew, like, what was it, 11 moves or something? Yeah, that's a bit crazy. Don't get me wrong, I don't see too much wrong with it. The anime didn't have to follow the game's convention as only 4 moves to a Pokemon. They could have just let Ash use any move Pikachu had access to based on its level at the time, if you want to consider levels a thing in the anime, since they don't really exist in the anime setting, really. You'll hear them refer to Pokemon being at a high level, but that's about it. They never specify an actual level, except that one time during the School of Hard Knocks, and that's never really brought up again. Which is a good thing, because how would you tell a Pokemon's level anyway? Would you just scan it with your Pokedex? And how can it read a Pokemon's level? How would it do it? What basis does it use to determine what level a Pokemon would be at? In a game setting like this, it makes sense. Because you have to raise your Pokemon up to higher levels to learn better moves, but in the anime setting, there's no real reason to do that at all. You caught a bunch of Pokemon, and they're all pretty worthless right now. As much as I love Caterpie and its evolution into Butterfree, Caterpie itself is pretty useless. Butterfree is basically when it starts learning anything worthwhile, and even then you have to get up to about level 15. Because you gotta pick up that sleep powder early on. Of course, I might be thinking of, the early games where that was more of a thing you had to do, get up to level 15. But that's the level I had to do in Leaf Green, too. Then again, they do move around the movesets every now and again as they add new moves and stuff over the years, so that may not be a thing in the later generations, but early on, yeah, it's probably 15 to get the sleep powder. And sleep powder is probably Butterfree's best move. Because being able to put your opponent to sleep and set up is always useful. You can combine the sleep powder with, say, flash and lower your opponent's accuracy, or you can combine it with more useful ability, double team, but you have to get access to that TM, and there's only like, I don't think you can get it early on in this game. All you have to get to like Celadon to be able to get it from the game corner. So I can't really rely on that unless I get a Scyther. And even then, I'd probably have to have potions to heal it up as it raised its evasion rate. Of course, I can't use Scyther because that's not the kind of run this is, but if I was going to go that route, yeah, I'd need potions for him. Or her. Oh, like Kakuna. On one hand, this isn't a battle for the trainer or anything, but Kakuna's worth 60 experience points. It's hard for me just to bypass it and ignore it knowing it's worth that much. Because that's really helpful towards pushing me towards the last level I need to get Rock Throw for the Faulkner battle. Well, we made it. We made it to Violet City. A town where our dreams will take off as we face off against Faulkner for our first badge. But that'll be for next time. Till then, see ya.